The views and opinions expressed in this program are not necessarily those of Union Broadcasting Inc., ESPN 1510, or its employees. The host is solely responsible for the on-air content.
This is KC Cares, Kansas City's nonprofit voice, telling the stories of Kansas City nonprofits, the people behind them. Welcome back to another lovely show about nonprofits in Kansas City. I'm Bobby Keys.
I'm Ruth Bombigas. We have such a robust community. When I talk to other people who've lived other places, I said, did you know that we have over 9,000 nonprofits in Kansas City, a city of 2.5 million, give or take?
Yeah. Just the passion that you see in the community, and we're pretty lucky just to be able to visit and be a conduit for those people to tell their story.
Absolutely.
We get to hear so many, and it's always, from the different cultures, there's so many different elements that are involved that involve Kansas City that we get to be a part of.
It's very inspiring, especially when you listen to the news these days, and it just seems like it's adverse thing or another. We won't get into politics.
Yeah, we don't need to.
So we're so energized when we get to hear these really wonderful things that are going on in our community, and hopefully sharing it so people can get up off the couch and get engaged.
Yeah.
And we have an organization that's been doing that for quite a while in Kansas City, and that is Della Community Services. And we have Judy Akers back, Executive Director. Welcome.
Thank you.
And you've brought some wonderful guests.
Yes, I did.
We have Peter Makori. I hope I didn't
Thanks, yeah.
totally kill your name. There.
You're correct. You pronounce it very well.
Thank you. And you're a case manager with Della Lamb.
I am.
And then we also have Suzanne.
Suzanne Mukakimenyi.
Mukakimenyi.
Yes.
All right. I had to try it.
Absolutely. Yes. You did a good job. Right. And we're so happy that Suzanne is here with us to share part of her.
Tunafurahi sana kwamba Suzanne yuko hapa. And I thank you very much.
Her personal story. She came from Rwanda.
Hebu eleza vile ulitoka Rwanda na niaje maneno yamekuwa yakiendelea.
And tell us a little of that story. We have Peter is interpreting for us. Suzanne speaks her native language.
Mimi nilitoka Congo.
I came from Congo.
Kisha nikakimbilia Rwanda.
I fled to Rwanda after civil war broke out in Congo.
And what brought you then here to this country?
Nini ilikuleta hapa Amerika?
Ni hapa Amerika. Ni watu wanafanya mzuri, wanaletaka watu wenye wako na matatizo wanawaleta huku.
We got displaced after another civil war broke out in Rwanda, and then I got lucky to be among those who were picked up by the UN to participate in the refugee resettlement program, and I came under the organization which we are here by Della Lamb, basically.
And did you come with family or by yourself?
Na ulikuja peke yako ama ulikuja na watoto wengine?
Nilikuja na watoto wangu.
I came with my children.
And how many of them?
Ni wangapi?
Watoto na wazukuu na mimi niko pamoja na hapo tuko 10.
My children and my grandchildren total 10.
Oh my goodness. An age range from what to what?
Na miaka ya hawa watoto ni kama ngapi?
Siwezi vijua.
I think it's kind of ranging from 26 to 2 years of my grandkids.
Oh my gosh. And how did Della Lamb help you as you came to this country you probably didn't know a whole lot about?
Niaje Della Lamb ilikusaidia namna gani katika nchi mpya ambayo hata hukujua kitu?
Nilipokea mzuri kwenye chenyewe ilikuwa nacho walinipatia.
I think they treated me very well. Whatever they had, they gave me. The resettlement program went very well.
And I understand you're working now. Tell us a little bit about what your life is like now, almost 2 years since you've been here.
Kwa namna gani katika mnamo ya miaka 2 iliyopita? Unafanya kazi, unafanya nini?
Hivi mimi nafanya kazi.
I am working right now.
Natumika kabisa.
I am hard working.
And what is life like? Can she give us an example, like a day with all these people that are in your world and the responsibility for them?
Sasa vile umefika hapa Marekani na pale ulipotoka, hebu tueleze unaona tofauti ni gani Siku yako inaenda namna gani
Na
maisha?
siku yangu kwenye na maisha ni siku nzuri kwa sababu hapa hakuna vita.
America has no, violence like civil wars like where we've come from, and it's provided a very good environment for us to, survive.
Siku yenyewe nilikuwa Afrika Congo, sikuwa nasinzia juu ya vita.
I couldn't have any sleep when I was in Congo, and when I moved to Rwanda, it was the same thing. So to live in an environment like we are doing now in America is fantastic.
Lakini hapa niko nashukuru Mungu kwa sababu niko hapa, niko natumika kazi na watoto wangu niko wanapata chakula cha kukula.
I'm so grateful to my God that I came to America. My children and I are now living in peace. I'm working. We can't go without food. And the prevailing peace is something that we don't take for granted, and so we are so happy about it.
Now, Peter, I believe that Suzanne was part of, it's a handful of refugees that now come. Are you seeing any changes in how they're resettled because there are fewer numbers?
Suzanne participated in one of the programs that I was a party to, and she's done a fantastic job given the fact that the many kids who depend on her. She has kind of managed to organize them to get into the community, and 2 of her grown-up children are now working full-time. Both are driving. She herself came here without any knowledge of what even a motor vehicle looks like in terms of driving, and now she's driving. She drove herself to the office today. So she's doing a fantastic job. Yes.
We just take so much of this for granted.
Precisely.
And so it's so lovely to have Suzanne here. And of course, we'll share pictures so everybody can see her beautiful face.
Ni jambo la muhimu sana kwanza wewe kuja hapa, na tunashukuru sana kwanza kiasi kwamba sasa tutaenda kupiga picha ili tuonekane sisi wote na wewe utaonekana.
Asante, nashukuru na mimi.
Thank you very much.
And she took part in what Judy is going to bring us up to date in, one of the many things that you do in the community. Tell us about Operation Turkey.
Operation Thanksgiving. That's okay.
Turkey Thanksgiving.
It involves turkey.
That's right. It involves the turkey.
Absolutely. It will happen on Tuesday, November 26th, 2 days before Thanksgiving, and we're in the process of collecting donated turkeys and purchasing those that are not donated, trying to get the best pricing on what we can to provide the turkey and all of the holiday groceries that we all want at our tables. Della Lamb helps to provide that for the families that we serve, and we expect to serve 800 to 900, possibly more families. And right now we have a turkey shortage. So we're asking for donations of turkeys to help provide for those families, to provide these groceries. And
how many do you need now when you say a turkey shortage?
Well, we're a good 150 short of turkeys for Thanksgiving, and then we will do the same for Christmas just a week later, and we're way short on Christmas turkeys as well. So
is there a turkey shortage, or just
we just don't have them.
We got some turkey hearts going, and we need some more.
That's right.
we got cold turkeys with the donations.
On them.
We need turkeys donating turkeys.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
So, listeners, get out there. You can do this. Where could they bring them?
They could bring them to Della Lamb Community Services at 500 Woodland Avenue, Kansas City, Missouri, 64106. Or if they want to get on our website and send a note, we'll meet somebody halfway or come out and get them. Whatever it takes, we'll help.
Why? I'll back up. Has this always been a part of your mission to make sure at the holidays that, a lot of these new families who have very little knowledge of that time of year. And why do you do it that as opposed to,
Well, it goes back to growing up in poverty. And when you're struggling 365 days a year. It's a blessing to have a couple of days. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
No, absolutely, absolutely. I thank you for sharing that.
No struggle.
Now I'm going to get a Barbara Walters rap that I make people cry.
Yeah.
But Judy, I think, is sharing a very personal story of a journey.
And there are, and it's a story that there are so many people that can relate. I mean, because there are, there are so many people that are struggling.
Yes.
And then when you don't have, the means or the family or to reach out and to help lift up, we need people like you, and Della Lamb to be able to help provide. I mean, it's tough. We see so many people that are struggling during these times, during the holidays, and then even afterwards.
And the families are working families. They're struggling.
It's not like they're just being lazy.
Sometimes they're not clearing $1,000 to $1,400 a month. And when you think about living on $1,000 to $1,400 a month take home, it's hard to handle the rent and the groceries and the utilities and anything extra. And it's important that Della Lamb provide as much as we can for the families that we're serving so that they can have a day or two of respite and enjoy holidays just as the rest of us want to.
How can somebody be a part of this? Like, how can somebody reach out? They need this help.
Well, a $35 contribution will cover the cost of groceries to feed one family, to give them all of the groceries and the turkey needed to provide their own Thanksgiving in their own home. And this part of it is really important to us, to provide the groceries and the turkey so that the family takes it home. When the family carries the groceries in, the children have no idea that the parents didn't go to the grocery store to get the groceries. And so the parents are creating the Thanksgiving feast in their own homes, and it's just enabling families to establish new traditions or carry on traditions that are so important to family bonding and to memories that, stay with us until the day of death.
Absolutely. You all serve, you said, for this, 800 to 900 families. Is that your total service?
No.
Tell us about that. I figured you're even beyond that with you've got a variety of programs.
The Operation Santa, a week after Operation Thanksgiving, will serve another 800 to 900 families, possibly more. And those will be comprised of probably 1,500 children, probably 500 teenagers. Every child who's an infant through 12 years old will get a new sweatsuit, new underwear, new socks, new hat and gloves. There'll be small new gift items for mom and dad, and teenagers will get teenage gift items. And because we get so much donated, except we're short on turkeys. But because we get so much donated, a $50 contribution will help provide all of that for one family.
Now, can people donate through your website?
They can. They can get on the dellalamb.org and donate $35 for Thanksgiving or $50 for Christmas and help one family.
And those that you are serving, are most of your constituents refugees? Or
about 50%. About 50% are refugees who have arrived recently or within the past 5 years or so, and the other 50% are the traditional American poor who are working and struggling to make ends meet. Refugees are working as well and struggling to make ends meet. But Missouri's minimum wage is under $8 an hour. And, we're trying to get people into jobs at $9, $10, $12, $13, $14 an hour. Most of the jobs that we're getting people into are 10 to 11 to even 13. But even those hourly wages are take-home pays of like $1,400 or less each month. So again, it's a struggle to provide for all that's needed.
And you're doing beyond just giving food. We're going to end up running out of time. There's so many wonderful things that that you do, but I would love for you to just do a shout out quickly on your youth services.
Yes, the Youth Services is such a great program for 650 to 800 kids. They're drug-free, alcohol-free, tobacco-free, pregnancy-free, and in school. Many of these kids end up with college scholarships, which is that first step out of poverty for families. Just think, that's the generation that stops poverty, that first child who gets into college and then carries forth. And that's a great program. It's athletics year-round, football, basketball, baseball, youth leadership development training. We also do early ed, child care that keeps moms and dads working, prepares children for kindergarten, infancy through 5 years old. We also do emergency assistance and seasonal assistance and more.
We are grateful for what you bring to Kansas City, that lift up.
Wonderful programs and stories, with the resettlement.
And stories. And Suzanne, thank you for sharing your story and your journey. It's just inspiring and gives us hope. So, folks.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
And Peter, what you're doing as a case manager, I mean, you're right out there, working. And Judy, thank you. So go to dellalamb.org. Get out there and buy a turkey. They need
help support
turkeys.
Yes.
And you know what? They need support all year round.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you all for being with us.
Thanks.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.